Peace and love, family. Tap in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's time. Self love journey. Temples of Sacred and Unfiltered podcast, season 1, episode 24. This is the last one of our first season. If you're just joining, welcome. Give me a second. I'm just gonna make sure I'm live from all platforms. Make sure I'm live from all platforms. We are here, family. Season 1, episode 24. Hey, Rachel. Pleasure to see you on this fine. Donna's in the building. This fine Tuesday evening. This is our last episode. Mom Dukes is on time. Okay, folks. We are on time tonight. I'm loving it. Give me a second while I just remind some folks. It's been that kind of day, y'all. Is it hot enough for you? Let me know in this chat if it's been hot enough for you, family. Child, the weather took me out, okay? Took me out. Tap in, family. It's been that. Give me some love in this chat. How is everybody doing with this weather? How's everyone doing with the weather? It has taken me down. Kim is in the building. He had me taking naps. Yo, Donna, let me tell you, before I jumped on this call, I had to take a 30-minute nap. I'm feeling you on that. It was so hot. And I had the nerve to go to the gym today, okay? And when I tell you, I got in the gym, I was hot. That's different because the gym is always kind of cold. I walked in the gym, I was still hot. That's how hot it was. I was working out. It felt like I was outside in the heat, even with the air on in the gym. It was like, whoa, it's hot outside. My house is taking forever to cool off. I don't know what it is. Got the air on, but it's like, I don't know what it's doing. It's hot. Jazz is in the building. My family is here, man. I love it. Our last episode. So, if anyone can recall, Kim just walked in the door. Okay, no energy. It's okay. We're going to, just take it easy. Take a couple deep breaths, before you jump on in. So, today is all about summarizing and pulling it all together so that I can send you on your way for an amazing, amazing summer. So, and I hope some of you are prepared to join me on stage today. So I'm going to send you the link now because, I want to have some of you come to the stage and share. First, I'm going to do a quick summary of everything that we have kind of discussed. Yes, Kim, good job. Your favorite episode and kind of like what you were going to do from now until season 2 begins, right? To integrate all that we talked about, okay? We talked about a lot. It's been 24 episodes, okay? 23. And this is the 24th, okay? Donna's not prepared. Donna! I don't know why I like saying your name. Donna! I love saying your name like that. Yeah, Donna, you got to get it together. I'm bringing somebody on stage now, so I hope y'all ready. So first we're going to do as our usual, right? So let's start with some readies in this chat. Actually, no, before that, give me your numbers. Let's see how we're doing on a scale of 1 to 10. Rachel says she started halfway. Okay. Let's go from 1 to 10. Where are we spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically? That's where we like to start all of our episodes, and we're going to continue with that trend. Okay, Kim is a 7. Let's see. Donna's an 8. Excellent. I love that. Keep it coming. Mom Dukes is an 8. Excellent. Who else? Okay, Rachel 4/5. I know that's gonna go up. I know everybody's number's gonna go after this call. Jasmine, where are you with your number? How are you doing today? I think that's everybody. Jazz, if you're still in the building, let me know what your number is. My number, I am definitely a 10. Um, to be honest with you guys, I am still riding the high of being an administrator, a high school administrator. Um, oh man, all right, Jazz, just stay with us, okay? Sending you love, whatever your news is, all right? She's a 9, but she's got some bad news. So just send Jasmine some love in this chat real quick. Send Jasmine some love, please, in this chat. So I'm a 10, and I attribute it to a few things. One, today is the last day of school. Like, I made it through another year as an educator. And as being a educator in this space this long, this is finishing my 22nd year, I easily say that this is the best year I ever had as an educator. Truly, really and truly, the best year I ever had. And for a multitude of reasons, right? I did the T.E.M.P.L.E.S class. That was amazing. I had some amazing supportive leadership, a team of people that were working together. There was multiple speaking engagements that I got to do this year. And all of it, just the highlight of it all was mid-year, I got pushed into being the senior class advisor, which is a daunting and taxing, very challenging part of the job. And I was able to successfully put a smile on every single senior's face, to watch them have the time of their lives, like in me being a part of creating that time of their lives, and them just watching the smiles on their faces from the field trips we went on to the prom, to every single ounce of it, to graduation yesterday. I'm still riding the high. And it's to put the icing on the cake. I come in today to work, and I'm just receiving so many accolades from people who have been around for a long time. And all they could say is, this is the best year we ever had for our seniors, and I'd like to pat myself on the back for that, with the support of, my senior class advisors who were kind of showing me the ropes. I just did everything that I could to make it the best, and it absolutely was the best. I mean, the best prom we ever had in 5 years, the best graduation we had in 5 years, the associate superintendent acknowledging how wonderful the graduation was, just people just constantly. I get a handshake from the deputy superintendent telling me, very nice job. Like, it's just, it's one thing to be in your profession, but it's another to for people to see your labor of love, right? For people to acknowledge it, for people to, really support you in that. So I just got accolades all day. So that's why I'm a 10, and I'm bringing that 10 energy to you. I'm exhausted though. Like, the heat didn't make it any better, but I went to the gym and then I took a nap, nice nap. So let's get into it. Now it's time to feed your souls. It's time. Give me a ready in this chat if you're ready for tonight's topic. Give me a ready in this chat if you're ready for tonight's topic. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Tonight's topic, we're going to brush through the topic really, the lesson really quick, because it's all about integration and embodiment. And I hope you all are ready to join me on stage. Rachel's ready. Mom Dukes, Donna. Oh, we ready. We ready. We ready. So tonight's topic is called Stop Talking, Start Becoming. Start talking, stop talking, start becoming. This is your summer of self-accountability. This is your summer of self-accountability. So over the past 23 episodes, I just wanted to put together a quick summary, right? So we opened up with talking about the fifth dimension, versus the third dimension living, right? In 5D love, we talked about this whole season has been dedicated to embodiment. It's not enough to talk about these things week in and week out, but we have to embody it. We have to integrate it. We have to operate from a higher frequency, even in a very heavy world, right? We have to be the light. We have to be the reason that people smile, and we have to be the people that do the work, the internal work. We go to the root of our triggers. We have to heal. We talked about healing ourselves through our inner child. We talked about mastering ourselves, right? The importance of being a doer. We spent some time talking about parenting over projection. And again, going back to how we show up as parents, and our unhealed inner child, really, really deep conversations. We talked about the inner critic, and more importantly, we talked about our nervous system. I gave you some practical tips and steps on how to regulate your nervous system. We did some breath work. We did some tapping. We focused on what nervous system regulation looks like. And we kind of tailed it off at food being the portal to higher frequencies. That's where we left off last week, how the physical body mirrors our internal world, and how we spent a lot of time on the law of correspondence, right? We talked about as above, so below, as within, so without. And when we talked about the above, as above, so below, we talked about our relationship with the moon, the stars, and how our cells are equivalent to the infinite amount of stars in the galaxy, right? And we talked about as women, our moon cycle, right? Our bodily cycle, how it's connected to the cycle of the earth. And today is all about what now? Like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Like, what does embodiment look like from then till now? What can you incorporate? What rituals can you put into practice that will allow you, right? So, for example, you've been showing up every Tuesday at 8:00. That's a ritual. Okay. So now that I am no longer the leader of this ritual, what can you do every week at 8:00 by yourself? That's something I want you to sit with, because you've been dedicated. So what does that prove to you? One, that you have the ability and the capacity to embody a ritual, because this has been a ritual for you. You've shown up week in and week out. You've shown up every Tuesday at 8:00. And you've been with me for at least 30 to 45 minutes. So, family, what can you do every week at 8:00 for 30 to 45 minutes? You've given me your undivided attention, right? You've been available. You've been tapped in. You've been prioritizing your love for self by showing up every week. So my question to you, and you don't be so quiet now. Y'all can start joining me on this stage. I'm gonna I'm gonna invite you again. I know you guys are acting shy, but it's time to integrate, family. So I would like to hear two things. One, what can you do from now until the episodes start up again? Okay, what can you do with what rituals can you put into practice? What out of all the things that we talked about is something that you really want to be intentional about? See, right now, it's about radical self honesty. Radical self honesty. What can you honestly do weekly to embody, to integrate everything that we talked about in some way? All of the episodes are still on YouTube. They're going to be there. You could always go back and rewatch any particular episode that you felt resonated with you the most, and it's you have more questions on and you want to kind of study a little bit more about it. I know I share with you a couple books. I share with you the Kabbalion, which is a heavy book. I share with you Secured Love. I shared with you The Origins of You. I've shared with you, baby, like 3 or 4 books. Maybe every week at 8, you start reading one of those books. Maybe every week at 8, you start journaling about how you're feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, and you take it and you run with it. Okay? Jasmine, I'm going to take that time to read about investing and learn how to. Excellent. Kim's going to take that time to meditate. Good. Set the time finding reading materials. Excellent. I love that. So this is about making it yours. Making this time your summer container, if you know what I mean. Like, be intentional to the point where nothing disrupts your time with yourself. Nothing should. How can we prioritize? So now, given always myself as an example, I have been so deep into manifesting the things that I want at this time that I am waking up, I'm rising for the past 2 weeks, I've been rising about, I'll say, a half hour to 45 minutes earlier than when I normally do. Like, I'm getting up at 5 o'clock because the sun rises earlier now. So I'm rising with the sun. Come on, Donna. Chapter 4 of Origins of You. Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff, Donna. Tell me about it. Can you come on stage, Donna, please? Are you did up? I'd love for you to join me on stage. Let's talk about it. Origins of You. It's a powerful, powerful book. Here is the link again. Who's ready to join me on stage? Come on, y'all. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Do not be shy. At this moment, I want to give a big shout out to Rachel. Rachel came on, started joining the podcast much later than the rest of you. And Rachel, I just want to celebrate you because you have still been showing up even on days where your number has been low. You might have missed a podcast episode, but you've gone back to watch it. Like, you're taking so many baby steps that I think you should applaud yourself. Yeah, give us some love in this chat, y'all. Give Rachel some love in this chat, please. I want to just celebrate you right now, Rachel. You're an amazing, beautiful soul. And no matter what it looks or feels like, you are prepared for such a time as this. You have been blessed by knowing Donna, who Donna connected you to this podcast. and that has made you all the more better and intentional with your love for self. So sending Rachel some love, sending her so much love. So yes, family, that's really the highlight of today's talk, is to gain an understanding of where do we go next from here? Where do we apply everything that we've known and learned? Sending you love, sending everybody love. So nobody's gonna join me on stage. Thank you so much. I can definitely see the difference I made. Baby steps for sure, and wouldn't do it without my support around me. Love you all. Yes, yes, yes. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Rachel, would you like to join me on stage? Who's going to be bold enough tonight? This is about integration, y'all. I need somebody, one bold person to join me on the stage tonight. Come on, don't be shy. Sending it in the chat again. Come on. One bold person. One bold person. This was your homework from last week. Now, you're supposed to have done your homework. You're supposed to have done your homework. Come on, give it to me. Who's joining me on stage? Jasmine. I did the last time. It's someone else's turn. All right, my mom did. Donna, you were supposed to be ready. You said you was going to be ready. Rachel, anyone? I see. Rachel. Rachel is only Rachel and Kim. Yes! My girl Rachel has joined the stage. This is what it's all about. Love it. All right, Rachel, can you talk into the microphone? Let me hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Hold on. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, hold on. Let's try this. Yes, Donna.
Hey, Rachel, you joined.
Hey, I know you joined.
You talk
You
about you
didn't
look a
say
mess.
you was joining.
Why you talk about you look a mess? You look
I
amazing.
look a mess.
You do
Nah,
not
you
look
look
like a
amazing.
mess.
I took a nap and my friend called me and asked me to juice for her, and I jumped up and I said, "Listen, you have to hurry up. I have a podcast to get on."
Hey, awesome, awesome. So lovely for you to join me tonight. So it's simple. I'm not gonna, chastise you in any way, but I just really would like to hear from you in terms of something out of everything that we have gone through together. What's sitting with you the most, and what do you feel like you really want to integrate over the summer? That's really what I want to talk about. And either one of you can go first.
You want to go first, Rachel? I'm
No, go
still
ahead,
trying
Donna.
to sum it up.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Donna.
I believe you started in December, right? Around December,
January.
January. I remember being in Atlanta in December. You were doing something. Was it
I was
on
doing
live
this
IG?
7 days of authenticity, which
There
turned
you
into
go.
a podcast.
So I remember laying there watching you during those 7 days, and I was at a high anxiety because I was starting grad school January 7th.
Okay.
And I was all over the place, trying to find time for that, balancing my daughter, just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really proud of myself that I committed to every Tuesday, because it's hard for me to really set the tone to make it things a priority. And people, like I said before, my friends even started a podcast, and I was intentional about what I wanted in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
And, for me, this next step is applying it. I'm sorry, the ear. Applying it to my everyday living.
Okay.
I think episode 23. And me and Rachel talked about that because we talk about food.
Yeah.
I said, well, that hit me because I'm afraid now. But the part about that is knowing the emotions of animals and ourselves. why is it hard to make that change? So and
Mhm.
reading the book Origins of You,
Mhm.
it's deep because I'm waking up every day, rewind, and I'm like, oh no, that's why I'm on chapter 4. I should be done.
Yeah. No, you
But
can't
I'm
rush
going
it.
back to the chapters and I'm like, whoo, we hear it, we know it. How do we really apply it? So I question myself.
Mhm.
Am I really making a change? Because I'm battling with right and wrong. Like we know right from wrong.
Correct.
But it's just actually taking that baby steps, baby steps. But
Yeah.
knowing the things that's not healthy for you, the
Yes.
thoughts, the behaviors,
Mhm.
the defaults of going back to old patterns. Oh,
Yes. It's deep.
I'm really, really trying to figure myself out as to why I'm defaulting back to bad
Well, it's a
behaviors
program.
sometimes.
It's a program, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, most of us as children, as we come up, through our teenage years, you have to remember that the body is a machine who's designed to survive. So when we go through different traumatic experiences, our subconscious mind and our brain thinks of things to do to keep us safe. That is where the pattern forms. And if we don't realize that it's a pattern of behavior, then we will never change it. So that's why the origins of you helps you see. It's like a mirror into what those patterns of behaviors are.
Mm-hmm.
Most people don't stop to take the time to look at that, right? We just operate off this machine, and we just have, a lot of us, some people have these behaviors and toxic patterns that some of them are really comfortable with having, and see no reason to change it ever. But then you have people like us who are intentional about saying, you know what, I don't want to behave like that no more. Where is this coming from? And then you could trace it back to, oh, when I was 10, somebody said this to me. And when they said this to me, I then started to do this as a result. And that has become my pattern. So that's really what it is. It's just taking a deep look into what has created the patterns within you that make you who you are today. And then what do you want to do differently to change those patterns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard
Yes,
work.
it's hard work. It's hard work, but just to identify self, it will have you a little emotional, like, woo.
Yes.
And accountability, like to say, okay, I'm a hot mess.
Yes. Owning your ish, right?
Yes.
Owning it. Owning
Yes.
it.
So
Yeah.
just figure it out. But, I thank you for, these weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I missed a few.
Very
But
few.
I balanced, and I might still beat myself up. I have a week free until I start my summer class,
Okay.
but I'm just learning to give myself grace for the small steps and the accomplishments, but
Yes.
not perfect. But I'm
Okay.
figuring it out, and I make it look easy, but I'm still figuring it out and balance.
Yeah. So one phrase I want you to keep on your mind is progress over perfection.
Mm, yeah.
There's no such thing as perfectionism. It's another pattern that we created in order to make ourselves feel good about ourselves. And I've surrendered that. I've
Mhm.
surrendered so much this year. No more perfectionism, no more procrastination. Just show up as the imperfect being that I am, and watch what spirit does on your behalf.
Right.
Do that. Some of it is just showing up and being intentional, and you'll be met halfway. So
Mhm.
by showing up on a podcast every week, you've been met halfway, right? Every
Mhm.
single thing, whether you knew what I was going to talk about or not, it was something you needed to hear.
Right. Yeah.
Me not knowing what you needed to hear, I was just listening to what Spirit was telling me to talk about. And I'm like, okay, each week, had no idea what was going to come out of my mouth, but I just knew it was going to be something that was going to be encouraging and inspiring, something that you could think about from one
Mhm.
week to the next. So
Okay.
thank you for showing up for yourself.
Thank you. You're welcome. So this is just for the summer break?
Just a summer break. Yep.
Okay.
But the plan is to be back in September. And by September, let me tell y'all, when I tell you it's go time, it's go time. Like this
Yeah.
is it's gonna be a completely different setup, energy. Just my podcast coach, we already got some things in the works. So, I'm thinking the first session is actually gonna be a live session where we're inviting people to come out, like come physically be in the space,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna do like a live event, a live Temples event. So that's what's coming down the works just for
Wonderful.
season 2, episode 1, and we'll see how that goes. And depending on how that goes, it might be something where podcast live is something I've never seen. It might be something that's worth doing.
Right. This
So
is new because I shy away from the cameras, like live, just speaking. I'm great, just direct. I'm introvert, extrovert at times, but the live stuff, oh no. So
yes,
this is
come
new.
on, Jazz, Temples Retreat. Yes, Temples Retreat. That would be
Yeah.
amazing. So check this out, family. And y'all could let me know. Keep it real honest with me. I have access to a space in PA in the Poconos that is, beautiful land. It's just like grass and trees and like all that good stuff. I would host a weekend retreat.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh.
Would y'all be down? Give me a yes in this chat if you would
Yes.
come
Yes,
with me
definitely.
for.
What time frame are you thinking?
I'm thinking
Mhm.
the I first of all, I'm getting away at some point throughout the summer. So when I come back, I'm thinking like probably right around that last 2 weeks, within that last 2 weeks of August.
Mm, okay, because my family, my sisters wanted to take her sisters and a family trip, and we
Okay.
was on the phone all day. I said, "Well, no, not the end of August."
Nah,
My
not
daughter,
that last weekend, but probably like that third weekend.
yeah, that's what they. Right now, we're talking the 15th through 18th that weekend.
Yeah, hold
I
on.
believe that's about the. But again, like towards the end of August, that's when my daughter scrimmages. But it's not about me. You just have to throw the dates. If
Yep.
you can throw multiple dates out,
Yeah,
and we take
yeah,
a poll,
yeah. Okay.
and then
Yes, Jazz got the camping gear ready. And it's optional. They have dorms, or you could sleep on Pachamama, like in the tent, which it's a beautiful place there. You ain't gotta worry about no deer or nothing coming to eat you.
I
it's,
have my
it's
firearm. I can bring it now.
yeah, come on now. We
I
be
got the
safe.
knives, Donna.
Yeah.
But I have access to that, and I think that would be something that would be really, really
Oh, now that you threw that out there, I'm looking forward to that.
nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All
I
right,
got the
Rachel.
tent ready.
You sound like you like that idea.
Any way to get away. Jeez. So I know
Yes.
I started late, but I ever since like starting the podcast, it's just been an eye opener, and
Mm,
just I seem to change. I'm thinking a little more positive and try to like stay out of the negative thoughts and
yes.
just rewatching videos over and over. And then the last one that even though I didn't finish watching it all, just like the food, trying to eat differently, cut back
Yes.
the red meat and all that. But
Yes.
it
Come
definitely
on.
made a difference. And I thank
Awesome.
Donna for introducing me to you and all this.
Excellent. So when you're away from me over these next 2 months, right? How can you ensure that you don't take step backwards, right? Like what can you do to make sure you commit to something every single week, right? To be intentional about, your steps moving forward.
So I actually started journaling every day.
Come on.
And then I'm reading this book. It's not, I'm okay. It's not, oh, I don't even remember. It's
It's
okay to
okay.
not be okay by Megan Devine.
Okay.
I started
Beautiful.
reading that book.
Yes, it is okay not to be okay. Absolutely. And it's okay to say I'm not okay today. And you know what I want to thank you for? I want to thank you for your transparency with your number. Most people don't are not honest when I ask them what's their number on a scale of 1 to 10. They kind of keep it light. They always stay in the middle somewhere. But you always been so true to yourself. Like I am a 2. You know what I mean? I am a tool right now. And I've just always held space for you and just showed up in love to make sure that no matter what that number is, keep showing up, because when you show up in your practices, that's when the number increases. It won't increase by doing nothing. It increases by taking aligned action. And everything that we're talking about is about taking aligned action, regardless of how I feel. So when I remind people of my darkest time in my life, this is when I had to be hospitalized, when I was about to commit suicide. I, for 2 months straight, cried every single day, and I was doing the work and it was not working right away. I just kept doing it, even though I didn't feel like it was working, kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. And then all of a sudden, I woke up one day and it was like, it was all taken off. The burden, everything was just gone. But that took me showing up consistently for 2 months, even when I didn't believe anything was working. And some days it's going to feel like nothing is working. And I don't want you to rely on your feelings, because your feelings are kind of a false flag sometimes. You know, feelings will get you jammed up. You know, they really will. Not only with ourselves, but in relationship, whatever. You get caught up in your feelings and you overreacting, and you're not just taking a moment to just breathe, to be in the now, to be present and realize the only thing that matters is the now. You know, so if I could impart any one thing to you, it's just show up no matter what that number is. On whatever day that is that you're feeling extra low, you always got to do one or two things. If you absolutely feeling low, get out the house, get in nature. Nature in and of itself is a natural hormone increaser, right? Like for the happy hormones, just getting outside in nature, putting your feet on the ground. And now that it's summer, that's where you need to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on some hikes as well. I'm going to create a group chat for us on like Instagram or something, just letting you know, hey, I'm going to go on a hike. And I go pretty close by South Mountain in West Orange. Anybody familiar? Yeah. No. And then we could go on a hike together and just
yeah, I'm bringing the watermelon juice for hydration.
Yes, come on now. Come on, Donna.
Throw the dates out there.
Hydration for us. Yes.
Yeah.
And we go on a hike. I'm not about leaving you off into the wild. Like, I want to keep building from what we started, you know? So
let's all meet on this chat. Jasmine, everyone, and go hiking.
Yes, we could
do it.
Let's do it. I'm gonna plan a hiking trip for us. Actually, we could do that as soon as next weekend if you want.
Yeah.
I'm open to that. See what the weather is like and, you know, go on a nice hike. Rachel, you like to be in nature?
Hey, why not? Bring in the thunderstorm water too.
She studied thunder and storms.
I'm more of a storm chaser.
Oh, nice. That's cool. So I'll definitely pick a light path, right? I'm not trying to make anybody go crazy. You know, we'll pick a nice, easy path. They have like all different types of different level of difficulties in terms of the paths that you choose. And we can all go and just have a walk and just kind of keep the same energy going.
Yeah.
But it's best to kind of be in nature and ground ourselves in the present and now. So
yeah. I have a question.
Yes.
In terms of the numbers and our feelings, right? And Rachel and I speak often. And, you know, Jasmine, thinking about her in this moment, how our numbers are here 1 minute.
Yep.
And it just dropped just like that. Life. Mm-hmm. Whether it's personally, just family, finance. They say the mind, think how you want to feel and just think positive. But we just so quick to default back. And it's all of us by human nature.
Correct.
Like some twos to just whatever is thrown our way to not easily shake it off, but go through it, but still stay on a high of, I want to feel this way, or, you know, I don't want it to change my vibration. That seems to be a challenge for all of us.
So one thing life is going to do is life, right? And there's a fine line. I want to be careful with this because we can't be people that are toxically positive. Have you ever met a person that is like positive to the point where they bypass their feelings?
Mm.
They're just like, oh, everything's amazing. Everything's amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Like kind of like just disregarding the human process of when you're sad, you're sad. And you are allowed to feel that emotion. The only thing I don't want you to do is stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As humans, we are emotional beings. Emotions are a part of us. You can't escape your emotions. What you do is you allow yourself to feel it because the healing is in the feeling. I think in most cases we try to bypass it and not feel it at all. No, feel the emotion. Feel it. You're entitled to be angry whenever that presents itself. For the longest, you grow up thinking anger is a bad thing. It's not bad to be angry. It's okay to be angry, but it's how you behave in that emotion. You can't let your emotion control you. You can feel it, process it, and move on. That's really the work. Now, how I process it, especially when it's big emotion like anger or anxiety, is the nervous system regulation. So when you're feeling these big emotions, you just regulate, feel it, regulate, and let it move on. So a great thing to do also is to journal, right? Put it down. Put that emotion down on paper. You feel a total release once you've written it. Do you not? If you journal how you feel, right? You journal it all
That's a
out.
task for me. I need to start.
Okay.
Jonna,
So
I'm going to show you this app. It's called Honest app. That's the app I use for journal because I don't like my handwriting. I have like very tiny handwriting, so I type it out and then it saves you, and then it gives you some feedback.
nice.
It gives you some insight and gratitude and positivity.
You could
Oh,
do an audio journal.
really?
Absolutely. Record yourself. Yeah, why not? Like venting, like you
Yeah.
wouldn't believe what happened to me today. You know what I mean? Like as if you're talking to a friend. If you don't have a friend to vent to, right? Then a safe space, right? Because sometimes you just need a safe space to just let your emotion out, right?
Right.
Let somebody hear you. Let somebody hear your frustrations, And then if you don't have that, then that's when you put it on the paper, audio note, whatever is necessary to allow you to express your emotion.
Wow. And that's why my mind probably is all over the place because I just keep it all inside. I
No,
even pray silently and I'm not releasing it by writing or speaking it. I'm holding it in. And although I feel like I'm working on the emotions, it's just all internal. I'm not letting it out.
so
So,
what I want to caution you with keeping it in is
mm,
that's where the emotion gets stored in your body.
mm,
And then that's where dis-ease comes from. And I think I talked about this in one of the episodes, how each emotion is connected to a specific organ in your body.
mm.
So real quick, I have scientifically, this is factually in Chinese medicine, right? Like anger, hold on, it's connected to the liver, I believe.
Mm.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you the quick breakdown. Yep, anger is linked to the liver. Joy,
Wow.
joy is associated with the heart. Worry, you do a lot of worrying, it affects your spleen and your gallbladder.
Mm,
When you are sad and experiencing a lot of grief, it affects your lungs. So people who are holding a lot of grief and sadness will start to have lung issues. Fear is connected to your kidneys. So all of these things are
mm.
connected. Like
Wow.
that's how amazing the human body is. Is as within, so without.
Okay.
Law of Correspondence. It shows up in everything.
Where did you research that? Can you share?
Yes, I put the link. It's everywhere, but you could just Google it. It's you just type emotions and organs in the body. You'll get tons of resources and images on what it's connected to. But I'm gonna drop a link in the chat.
Perfect.
So not only do we have a you know how we were doing the tapping and it's connected to the meridians in the body? Same thing. When you do tapping in certain areas, it's connected to certain organs, right? As you're tapping. And this is why even when I do my tapping, sometimes tears come out. Stuff that I don't even know. Like the body has these emotions inside that need to come out. Breath work too. You do deep work, breath work, for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. You are releasing stored emotions and trauma just by breathing, So it's extremely, the body, our mind, our spirit, it's all interconnected. It's so powerful.
Wow.
So powerful. Kim says, I love the tapping. Yes,
Kim, I have a lot of work to do. That's what I'm going to practice on this summer. Reading more into the human body and the emotions.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me,
Well, I
Donna.
challenged myself.
Yes, you did it. You did it. You did it. Thank
you. I'm going to go back in the chat.
Yes. Okay. All right, family. That is it for tonight. Thank you. Give a round of applause to Donna and to, let's see. Yes. Give a round of applause to Donna and Rachel, who absolutely loved the tapping and everything that we've talked about, joining us and closing out season 1, episode 24, family. I know this was an unusual episode, but I hope you still gained some information tonight and you feel blessed and eternally grateful. So real quick, what I need you to do, I'm going to do a quick question. Anybody have a preference on Facebook or Instagram chat? Anybody have a preference on a Facebook or Instagram chat? I'll set it up right after this call to see if we could get together for a hike, okay? Yes, awesome times of learning and growing for sure. Anybody have a preference, Facebook or Instagram chat? Let me know. Facebook or Instagram, what do you prefer? And I'll create the chat as soon as we are done. This has been a magical, magical experience. All right, Kim wants Facebook. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else have a preference, Facebook or IG? Okay, Rachel, Facebook. We got 2 for Facebook. Sounds like Facebook's going to be the winner. 2 for Facebook. Okay, Donna's good with either, so that's a 3 for Facebook. I know my mom's good on Facebook. She don't really be on Instagram. And then I think Jazz is good on Facebook as well. So there we have it, family. Wow, what a culminating experience. It has been amazing to serve you every week for 24 weeks. Not only did I beat procrastination, I beat perfectionism, and all of you did it with me. So you all beat it as well. You showed up and showed out for yourself week in and week out. And I think all of you deserve to really pat yourselves on the back. Pat yourselves on the back. It is not easy to show up for ourselves. And the fact that you did every single week shows your commitment to your love for self. And that's all that I ask for. That's all that Spirit asks for, is for us to commit to the inner work. So give yourselves some claps in this chat and let me know your closing number. Let me know your closing number after today's conversation, our last talk until we come back sometime in September. Give me some love in this chat. What is your closing number? Let me know if this has been a blessing to you. Let me know if this has been a blessing to you. Did you learn something tonight? I hope so. Yes! Rachel from a 4.5 to an 8. See, so I'm talking about every single time. Every single time. Yes, give me some more. Yes, Donna, you showed up and showed out. I don't know why you was thinking you looked a mess. You looked beautiful. You looked amazing. Jasmine giving the claps in the chat. Yes, this was nice. Always a blessing. Kim's a 9, from a 7 to a 9. And Jasmine closing number. Mom Duke's closing number. Jasmine is an 8. Jazz, I hope that everything is working out. All things are working for your good, despite the bad news that you got today. And Mama, thank you. She's a 9, truly a blessing. You all have been such a blessing to me. And I love you. There's nothing you could do about it. And still, like this video, share this video, let people know that they could go back and watch all the recordings. This has been an amazing 24 episodes of truth, of love, of vitality, of transparency. It's just been amazing. And just tell people, man, like, honoring your temple is the single greatest thing you could do for yourself. You're sacred. I don't care what nobody try to tell you. You're sacred. And let nobody treat you any less than the sacred temple that you are. Those are my final words for season 1, episode 24. Thank you, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been your host for 24 episodes, Karima McKenzie, here to remind you that you are a sacred temple. Stay loved, stay beautiful, stay amazing. And until next time, peace and love. Peace, peace, and love. Thank you.